Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, so interestingly enough, Catholic Online is who is reporting this. Special report, Denver, MURDER, because heaven forbid we say it, may be linked to Scientology. Not long after the shooting of Thomas Sciancio at a Denver software company, Denver police, did you hear that? Denver police, did you hear that? The company's link to Scientology became a key component. By Randy Sly, Catholic Online, dated February 1st, 2010, published in the U.S. Washington, D.C., Catholic Online, the KILLING of a Denver man, Thomas Sciancio, may have involved the alleged shooter's dedication to Scientology. William Rex Fowler, 58, who is under arrest for the MURDER, is listed as a minister in the Church of Scientology, with which he has been involved for over 36 years. It's an interesting number to put out there. Just like the 666. Fowler has been charged with the M, which took place on December 30th, when Sciancio, a former partner, went to Fowler Software Design to pick up his $9,900 severance check. Fowler was a strong proponent of Scientology. Denver KMGH TV channel 7 News, on its website, thedenverchannel.com, cited a 2008 letter to the Rocky Mountain News where Fowler described himself as a Scientology minister. I am very proud to be a Scientologist, Fowler wrote. And then they put a link in there. And probably they were getting very pressed for money, of course. According to the arrest affidavit from the Adams County Sheriff's Department, as the former chief operating officer, Sciancio had become upset over large withdrawals that Fowler was making without permission from company funds of between $200,000 and $250,000, giving it to a church or charity. The affidavit stated that when detectives met with Sciancio's wife, Laura, at their home in the suburb of Castle Rock, she did confirm that her husband and Rex Fowler had been arguing over company matters for several months. Mrs. Sciancio stated Rex Fowler had sent several emails to Thomas Sciancio's laptop computer, making financial threats that had to do with the business. Reportedly, Fowler had countered Sciancio's charges with an accusation himself that COO owed the company approximately $62,000 in bad debts. Eventually, a resolution was reached, with Sciancio receiving a severance settlement. Sciancio, frustrated over these and other management actions, resigned in November. I'm just wondering, I think they're both Scientologists. It's not very clear. Police first thought, police think that Fowler was the victim in the shooting, as he had staggered out of the office building bleeding with a gunshot wound to the head. After further investigation, however, officials reversed their finding, now believing that the shooting was even premeditated. That is what was intended for Sciancio never to leave alive. According to the arrest warrant affidavit, Sciancio was shot 3 times in the head as he apparently sat at the table near Fowler's personal office. Fowler then received a self-inflicted wound. They should elaborate more on that. I think he blanked himself in the head. Following the shooting, Fowler was taken to a local hospital where, according to the affidavit, there's the affidavit again, Fowler remained in critical condition from a bullet that entered beneath his chin and exited the top of his head. So this basically was an M-U-R-D-E-R, bluicide. That's what it sounds like. Attempt. The affidavit stated the police had traced the semi-automatic handgun used to Kay Ciancio to Alexander Young Fowler. Fowler's 25-year-old son, who purchased the weapon in 2006 from Andrews Sporting Goods in Pasadena. There's that Pasadena connection again. There's some connections with L. Ron Hubbard to Pasadena. An ATF firearms e-trace by police revealed that the purchase agreement for the gun by the younger Fowler listed his address at the time as 1413 L. Ron Hubbard Way. No way. You mean the same L. Ron Hubbard Way that they're having the kids' festival out there? LAPD, listen to that. Listen to that. The GUN was traced to 1413 L. Ron Hubbard Way, the same place that you guys are standing out guarding all the pedophiles outside. Yeah. Crazy, huh? This is the address for the Church of Scientology's American Saint Hill organization, where volunteer ministers, otherwise known as trafficked or labor slaves, human trafficking, just so we're clear on all that, receive training. When interviewed by investigators, Alex Fowler told them he gave the Glock pistol to his father as a Christmas gift in 2007. At the hospital on December 31st, an interesting drama unfolded between police and Fowler's wife, Janet, when they asked to speak with her. Well, I'm having a difficult time following this all, but I think she would be a Scientologist, I would believe, right? Reportedly, Fowler had left a note dated the day of the blanking that directed anyone who found it to please give the briefcase to Jan. The affidavit, there's the affidavit again, because you know that tells everything, revealed that another note found on Fowler's work desk, along with several keys, explained to Jan what each key unlocked. Janet Fowler quickly demanded the briefcase. The arrest affidavit, just in case you guys didn't know the affidavit, okay. The affidavit stated she was referring to a briefcase removed from the crime scene by police, which contained information about, guess what, you guys? Scientology. One thing I need is his briefcase, Janet Fowler stated, according to the record. It was taken out of his office. It is important to me, my church, cult, and it is a religious material, and I want it now. Ooh, demanding. I mean, I'm sorry for the loss. I mean, is she the one who lost her husband? I don't know. I'm getting confused, guys. Even if you looked at it and read it, you would not understand anything in it. More gaslighting. Because it is way above a normal person. Ooh. Ooh. Are you saying the police are suppressive? And you would not know what it meant. Detective Gene Claps explained to Janet Fowler that investigators needed to review the briefcase contents. Janet Fowler then demanded the briefcase be returned again by saying, I want it back now, right now. Okay, you guys, like I said, I didn't pass algebra, and, I had to drop out of Spanish because my Spanish teacher was real rude, nasty. Wouldn't that be tampering with evidence? Several sites on the internet critical of Scientology have been actively following the incident and investigation. Well, there's that investigation again. Calling attention to the large amounts of money that seemingly were diverted to the church, cult, church. According to those who have left Scientology, members are required to pay large sums of money for Scientology courses in auditing, which Scientology describes as a unique form of personal spiritual counseling. They're talking about the freeloader's debt. That's not bindable once you get out of Scientology. So any Scientologists that are thinking of leaving, freeloader's debt is not bound by law. When KMGH contacted the Adams County District Attorney's Office, asking if the investigation had found whether Scientology directly played a role in the slaying, like we're going to get any honesty here, investigator Krista Flanagan said she could not discuss details of an ongoing investigation. I've heard that a lot. Must be their go-to. The Ciancio family is a familiar name in the history and life of Italian Catholics in Denver. Tom is the youngest of 10 children of David C. and Dolores Sciancio, who live right near the Assumption Church in Welby, an historically important Italian Catholic neighborhood of Denver. Tom's wife Laura was Presbyterian a few years ago. He joined her, becoming a member of New Hope Presbyterian Church in Castle Rock. Randy Sly is the associate editor of Catholic Online. He is a former archbishop in the Charismatic Episcopal Church who laid aside the ministry to enter the full communion of the Catholic Church in 2006. His reporting on the Church of Scientology has received global attention. Davey, you hear that? As the group's activities come under increasing scrutiny. Article link in description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Have an amazing day. Peace.